Welcome to Everyday First Class. In this video, we're going to be talking about eyebrows, more specifically, henna brows. You may have heard about henna tattoos, a temporary staining of the skin using a plant-based ink that originated eons ago and has now become popular in the United States. Typically, hands and arms are decorated using the henna ink to make intricate, beautiful designs. But have you ever heard of using that ink to enhance your eyebrows? Now, the concept of henna brows was actually pretty new to me. I was familiar with microblading, but I was not emotionally ready to commit to putting tattoos on my face. So I thought going with henna brows would be a good first start. Now, the good news about henna brows is that they last about 2 to 4 weeks. So if you're not happy with the results, you don't have to live with them for long. But it is my face. I'm a little bit partial to looking decent, so I wanted to make sure that I went with a pro. Everyone in my community was recommending the Brow Girl, so I made an appointment with a pro. Before I get into what happened, I have to confess, I pretty much don't have eyebrows naturally. Without major touch-ups, I'm a regular Mona Lisa. So I was pretty excited to get some professional help in the eyebrow department.
Today I am bringing this video to you on location at the Brow Girl. I have a confession to make. I have never had my brows done. Why is this? Well, it's because I don't have any eyebrows. So why would I go get my brows done if I don't have any brows to do? Well, then I started hearing about microblading and what I'm going to have done today, which is a henna brow. So it is high time for me to do something about my Mona Lisa eyebrows. So here we go.
Awesome.
So I am here at the Brow Girl.
Yay. Welcome.
I am going to be getting a henna brow this morning. And here is Janeda to tell us what exactly that is.
Yes, so henna brow is using the henna plant, and I'm going to customize and formulate the colors for you based on your skin tone and your hair color as well. So I have 3 different shades that I made customized for you. I'm going to do a natural shade on you, and it's using the pigment, basically formulated with my rose water, and mix it up, and then I'm going to apply it on your brow shape, but actually creating more of a shape, and it's going to deposit color onto your skin, but also to your hair, of course, so creating more of a defined shape. It's kind of like an alternative to microblading, but without the needles, of course.
All right.
Yes.
Sounds good. I'm excited. All right.
Yay.
Let's see how this goes.
Yes. Perfect.
The whole process was brief, with my whole appointment lasting about 30 minutes. Janeda confirmed my suspicions that most people who do henna brows, it's as a primer before they move on to microblading, a more permanent brow solution lasting about 2 years that is much more expensive for one sitting, but much less expensive compared to 2 years of monthly henna brows. So, how did mine turn out? Here are some images that Janeda took before, during, and after my session. At first, I was slightly aghast, but I remembered that most of the ink would wash off once I left it alone for 24 hours. And it did. My brows looked far more normal after I could finally wash my face, and my 4-year-old son was no longer confused about why I, in his words, looked different. Here are some more shots of my brows after. This was several days later. I did still need to do some touch-ups, but it was much easier to do that using the henna ink as a guide. So my henna brows ended up lasting about 2 weeks. It probably didn't last quite as long because I couldn't wait the full 24 hours to let them sit before I washed my face. And also, it seemed that the parts that were actually on where I actually still did have some eyebrow lasted longer than the parts at the end, which Janeda did tell me to expect. So if you can let them sit the full 24 hours, maybe even a little longer, or if you have more actual eyebrows toward the end, your henna brows would probably last a little bit longer than mine. To summarize, I actually really did have a good experience. I enjoyed having them for the time that they lasted. And I do recommend them, especially if you're just getting started, you're not quite ready for microblading like I was. But when I am ready for microblading, which I'm still warming up to it, I will definitely go back to the Brow Girl to get that done. And you should make sure that if you decide to do, if it's henna brows or if it's full-on microblading, that you make sure you go to somebody who really knows what they're doing. You can probably search the internet and find a lot of horror stories. Make sure you're going with a pro. Get personal recommendations from friends who have had it done. See what their results have been. I hope you found value in this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, hit the red subscribe button and be sure to hit the little notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a video and you could learn something to help make your life better every day.